Good. Again, welcome. Now, this afternoon, I'm just doing some plantains cup. So we have the green plantain. Of course, I used up all my green plantain not long ago. But as much as this color, it is green, real green. I have no tip of ripeness to it. So this morning now, this afternoon, what I did, I boil the plantain. So 20% or so boiled plantain. Taking down the noise of the TV a little bit. Yes. So what I did is boil a part. Did I say welcome? Yeah, I did so. To all the new subscribers, welcome. To all the subscribers, supporters, welcome to you. I appreciate your support to the channel. And I will appreciate you touching the thumbs up button as well. As much as I appreciate you doing all of the things, I appreciate you touching the thumbs up button. Anyhow, so what I did, I boiled about 20% or 30% of the plantain. Boil. I just peel it, cut it. This is it. And the boil. After that, I put it in some hot oil for maybe 5 or so minutes. The most maybe 8 minutes. All right. So after I do that now, you improvise when you're in the kitchen. So even if you don't have the right tool for the job, you can improvise something. And when you're in the kitchen, you find more things to improvise with more than ever. So I am going to cup the plantain. This is one that is already cupped. So I get my flame up. And you put the plantain in the squeezer. So you cut them. You can cut them round. You don't have to cut them slant like I do. You boil them. And then this is what you're going to do. So you squeeze it down. Yeah. Like that. And you're going to put them in the hot oil. So you squeeze it down nicely. This is the cup that you get. You don't mind that comes up on the hedge. You just ensure that you get the cup. Okay, this one feel like it's not to come out. So I will have to pry it out. Good. So this is the cup. And as we go along, I'm going to show you what we do after. When you're in the kitchen, if you can find the right tool to use, you improvise. No problem in doing improvisation. You will get the job done just the same. And I'm going to put these in the hot oil. I hope you're seeing what is happening here. Yeah. In working with plantain, you have to work with plantain while it is hot. Or nowhere near cold. Because green plantain, once it get cold, oh, it's a different thing. You're just getting them back to be crispy. So you're just gonna put them in the pot, in the hot oil, and you get them in a crispy form. Crips, crips, crips. Yeah. But sometimes you just want a change of some little things. You know, you fried plantain, you heat your fried plantain. You just want to do something a little bit different. So, as I'm showing you, this is the cup. That's how it is. And while it is frying very crispy, I am going to add to it the steamed calaloo. So when you don't have, when you feel like just the same food, but prepare it in a different way. Because of course this would be green plantain. This is green plantain, so you would have just fried the green plantain and heat. Same thing, but you just make a different preparation. Now you use your hand towel to absorb the oil because it's a lot of oil that goes there. So you just use your hand towel to do your absorption. Okay. So I'm going to be putting you here, you here. Some of them fall apart because the oil have to be previous hot, well hot before you put them in. And failure to do so because they have not gone into that real hot oil, some of them fall apart, but never mind. I think you are getting where I am going. So you sop these with some of the paper towel to absorb the oil. Bye. So I'm going to fill out some of these cups. Most of my cups are fall apart, but never mind. It is doing the job anyhow. And then I'm gonna fill the cups with the steamed calaloo. So this is your plantain cup, filling them with the steamed calaloo. So you'll be having um, you love tomato. You just put your tomato up there. You put a slice of cucumber there. You have a few drops of onion there. And there you go. A slice of cucumber, a little bit of tomato, few bits of onion on top of that. Work with what I have. I have no Okay. With this, there is some liver bean. You had to hit some beans. With your bean, as if you wanted some bean with and then you had that to your choice what you would want to go with it. What you'd really like to go with your bean? Yes. This is your plantain cup. You can have bean with it, plantain, steamed calaloo, and you can have bean with it. Everblog Hill, welcome to be here. And thank you for joining me in the kitchen. In the kitchen, you can't go wrong. No time, no day, no year, no month. Can't go wrong in the kitchen. There's always something to whet your appetite, something that you can have. So in your kitchen, it's the best place to be. Where is your channel? Everlog Vlog Hill. Okay, so you may want some form of sauce in it. Yeah. But this is how you do your plantain cup. This is your plantain cup. So you do the plantain, you parboil the plantain, you put it in some well hot oil, then you press it. And as I said before, if you don't have the right tool, you can improvise the tool. And my improvision is this: the lemon juicer or squeezer. So I just use it, put them in, press, and you get the cup. Now you can add your pepper. This is broad bean. We know it as lima bean. We know it as broad bean whole. Yes. So you can have your broad bean. I don't put anything to color the bean. Is if I serve it and the person wants something, whether they want ketchup, whatever they want on it. So you just do your beans. So this is an healthy dish right here. I put the paper towel to absorb the oil from the plantain. So this is how you have it. So let me bring my camera down that you will see what it really looks like. Hopefully you're seeing it. This is what the end product looks like. So you're eating green fried plantain, but in a different way. So instead of, you just cut, the food is always, you can twist and turn food. You can put it in a different way. And at the same time, it's the same food you are using. So you think of frying the plantain, add what you want and eat with it. Or you think of, I just want something look different. Same plantain, same plantain. But you just said, okay, let me let a cup it. Especially if you're having guests. This is one of the way, and you will be just biting into your plantain cup. Okay, you understand now? So same green plantain fry, but into a different style. It's just like you took the same material and you make several different style of suit out of the same material. You can add just what you want to eat. Whatever sauce you want, whatever you want to eat, and you just pick up a plantain cup and you just bite into it. So this is my plantain cup. Yes. And while I am doing that, I am also doing a honey bread. So I am putting my hand to more than one thing today. Okay, so I am going to put my plantain. I hope you don't get hungry while looking at this, because I can tell you it's tasty. The calaloo been steamed, and actually, let me say actually all that is here is natural. I can't speak much for the tomato and the cucumber, because at home we grow close to natural. We hardly use fertilizers on our crops, so we get natural grown things. But when you're in other places, They cannot swear for their food and how they grow their food. At home, I can tell you, when you cut a bundle of calaloo, you don't fertilize the calaloo and you get them really looking good. If you really get the right land to farm your calaloo, you'd surprised to see. You think you put manure. And if they are going to do, see, many of the places animal raised there are used to raise there. So therefore, all of that animal manure, so you know you dug up that land. If you burn that land, burn any rubbish on that land, you just sprinkle your calaloo seed in the area where the land being burnt, and with that ashes and that, and you'll surprised to see the calaloo that you get. So home, I can say we have natural calaloo. For here, I can't guarantee that. So this is the plantain cup. I'm coming. Now I'm going to wash my hands nicely, clean and good. So let me put you up a little bit. Let me get you up a little. Yeah. I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to do the miracle. Now I'm doing a bread. And I do the dough before, set it in a warm place, that this. So this is what you do to your dough. You're gonna thump this in order to get the hair out of the bread, out of the dough. So you do this and then you put it again to warm, to now in doing this, since you have to work with your hand, and I don't believe in working with gloves in these things, because guess what? You add the gloves on, and because you have the gloves on, you pick up something and you don't remove that gloves. So I believe totally in washing hands as you go along. Because if I have the gloves on and I want the knife, I'm going to pick up the knife, not washing, not changing the gloves. So you will have the gloves on throughout the entire time you're in the kitchen without the gloves being removed. And you're picking up bacteria as you go along. With your hand, you wash your hand, ensure that your nails are properly clean under the nails and around in the cuticle before you do this, because you don't want to leave bacteria for anybody to get. You're doing it for your household or you're doing it commercially, you don't want. Well, commercially you would have the machine. And even then, you got to clean your machine. That you don't walk around picking up bacteria as you go along. Sometimes persons eat food and they make them sick. They don't know why, but you have to look at clean hands handling food. Food is a thing that you have to absolutely. Your clothes should be clean, your hands clean. Even what I am doing now and speaking over my food, that's a thing I don't do, and that is a thing I don't like to do, right? Because you don't know what is happening from the mouth. You understand? I might say that, spittle don't leave my mouth. But if I am hanging over the food and talking over the food, anything can happen. Right? So even that, I like to work in silence and you watch what I am doing. I don't like speaking over my food. I'm from the old school, eh? Growing up, this is what they teach you. And when you advanced out in the world and going certain, after involving certain area of things, these are some of the things. A person wearing nails and nail polish. Now you go places and people add on nail polish and you see them handling food. First time, and when I said first time, it's not long from this time, you could not go into a food establishment with polish on your nails. Your nails should be short, cut short, and well clean. Because with a tall nail, anything can get under your nail carries germs. If you understand what I am saying. But now you go into a food establishment and the person's nails are so tall that they can't even pick up the things that they should pick up. But a first time, no. As long as you are going into a food establishment, even in school, when we are doing omic in school, if you walk up into that omic door and they inspect your nails around the cubicle, under, and you go wash those nails. If that nail is too tall hanging over, you get a nail clip and you go clip those nails, wash your hands properly and get back. So first time, these are from the old school. I don't think they do these things anymore. Anything goes, anything accepted. But to be honest, I don't even like eating out. Because for one reason, some of the things that they use in the food, I don't eat. It go against me. I cannot eat MSG. My body kick against it. So I hardly eat out, and because they are seasoning that they use, I don't use. I am herbs and spice. Yeah. Herbs and spice. Any amount of herbs and spice. The artificial things that is being made, whether in the lab or wherever they make them, I don't go with them. I don't put them in my food. Anything going in my food is really good spice. You understand? So there are times we do things that is so against the the law of nature. So I do this to the flour, or to the dough, and I'm going to cover it again and put it in its little comfort zone, and the heat that it rises more. You understand, Mr. Hill? I don't know if it's Mr. or Miss, but whatever hill you are, whatever sex you are, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Food is something you have to be very critical about. Because anything pass here and go down there, it does its job. Not coming up without do a job. So I get it to the warmer part in the house, in the kitchen. Okay, and I have a next one here. Wow. And I place this one right at the stove. Yes. This one I am going to do I'm going to make bagels with this one. So I'm going to bake some bagels. So you can make your own, you can make your own bread. Whether white bread, whatever bread. Or you can make your own bread, quick bread. You have quicker bread than this that you don't have to put to raise. Right? But you put this because so you get out the hair out of it. Just as I did with the first one that you just saw. Okay, so I'm going to put this one again, and it rises. And then that second one, for this one, I will be rolling it out because I'll have to stretch it, make it into the hoop for the bagels. So in doing all of these, you know, you can make your own thing. You can design, I said design, your own bread. You may not have the time to do it, but you can try your hand at it, you know. For those that in the kitchen, you can try your hand at it. You can use bread flour as well as you do use the regular flour. As it is, I have banana flour right here with me, which it was the banana flour I wanted to use to make the bread. But then I was that quick, I pull up the all-purpose flour and forget that is the banana flour I was going to use. So I do that and I cover again and I put it back in its warm spot where on the oven there, it's on the stove, it's warmer. So then I get my loaf tin already.